You know what it really came down to, and I've said this before, but it was really that me and Jack were watching a lot of Stranger Things while making it.
We got like really obsessed with that soundtrack.
I was just so into it. And then
Who didn't that touch and like influence, man?
yeah, well, I think actually it's kind of funny to start with something that basic, but really like to that idea, it really was about the fact that I was watching that show and I was also listening to a lot of music from my childhood, music that my parents listened to and that I grew up on. And one of the big things that really came to mind was this feeling of nostalgia and that kind of like what that meant. One of the visuals I always go back to is that feeling of being like 8 years old and watching like Ghostbusters for the first time, things like that. Yeah. And how do you come up with a sound to recreate those feelings? How do you put that into music? Yeah. And so one of the things that we started using were going back and kind of finding vintage synths and things that we had never worked with before on a record. And I think that really helped to kind of help form this nostalgic aesthetic that the record has.
And it's just like a nice texture that we're not used to having in our music that kind of adds a certain feel to every song. Even if, no matter what lyrically is happening, it still kind of grounds it within the whole record.